Hello, my name's Forrest Gump. Would you like a chocolate?
Oh, thank you.
It's funny what a young man recollects.
You're the same as everybody else. You are no different.
Your boy's different.
Are you stupid or something? Mama says stupid is as stupid does. I'm Jenny. I'm Forrest Gump.
She was my most special friend. My only friend. We was together all the time. We was like peas and carrots, Jenny and I.
Run, Forrest!
Hey, stupid!
Run!
Now, you wouldn't believe it if I told you, but I can run like the wind blows.
Who in the hell is that?
That there's Forrest Gump, Coach. Just a local idiot.
I never thought it would take me anywhere. They even put me on a thing called the All-America Team, where you get to meet the President of the United States.
Congratulations. How does it feel to be an All-American?
I got a day.
I believe he said he had to go pee.
Now, maybe it's just me, but college was very confusing times.
Have you ever been with a girl, Forrest?
I sit next to them in my home economics class all the time.
Have you given any thought to your future?
Go! What's your sole purpose in this army?
To do whatever you tell me, drill sergeant?
You're a damn genius. You are going to be a general someday, Gump.
Yes, drill sergeant!
They sending me to Vietnam.
Listen, you promised me something, okay? If you're ever in trouble, don't try to be brave. You just run, okay?
Okay.
Where are you boys from in the world?
Alabama, sir.
You twins?
No, we are not relations, sir. For some reason, what I was doing seemed to make sense to people.
Forget about me! Get yourself out!
Been awarded the Medal of Honor.
How come? Now, my mom was always telling me how miracles happen every day. Some people don't think so.
Jenny!
But they do. You can come home with me at my house in Greenbow. I'll take care of you.
Why are you so good to me?
You're my girl.
Paramount Pictures presents Tom Hanks.
I'm not a smart man, but I know what love is.
Robin Wright.
Will you marry me? I'd make a good husband, Jenny.
You would, Forrest.
But you won't marry me.
Gary Sinise.
I never thanked you for saving my life.
And Sally Field.
My boy Forrest is going to get the same opportunities as everyone else.
A film by Robert Zemeckis.
What's my destiny, Mom?
You're going to have to figure that out for yourself.
The world will never seem the same once you've seen it through the eyes of Forrest Gump.
My mom always said life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
Run, Forrest!
Now, it used to be I ran to get where I was going. I never thought it would take me anywhere.
Who in the hell is that?
That there's Forrest Gump, Coach. Just a local idiot.
And can you believe it? I got to go to college, too.
in this army? To do whatever you tell me, Drill Sergeant? God damn it, Gump! You're a goddamn genius. That's the most outstanding answer I've ever heard. You must have a goddamn IQ of 160. You are goddamn gifted, Private Gump. Listen up, people!
Now, for some reason, I fit in the Army like one of them round pegs. It's not really hard. You just make your bed real neat, and remember to stand up straight, and always answer every question with, "Yes, Drill Sergeant."
Is that clear? Yes, Drill Sergeant!
Never, ever take your eye off the ball.
For some reason, ping pong came very natural to me.
See, any idiot can play.
So I started playing it all the time. I played ping pong even when I didn't have anyone to play ping pong with. The hospital's people said it made me look like a duck in water, whatever that means. Even Lieutenant Dan would come and watch me play. I played ping pong. I thought I was going back to Vietnam, but instead they decided the best way for me to fight the communists was to play ping pong. So I was in the special services, traveling around the country, cheering up all them wounded veterans and showing them how to play ping pong. I was so good that some years later, the Army decided that I should be on the All-America ping pong team. We were the first Americans to visit the land of China in like a million years or something like that. Somebody said world peace was in our hands. But all I did was play ping pong. When I got home...
Forrest Gump, right here. Gump. Forrest Gump, John Lennon.
Welcome home.
Had quite a trip. Can you tell us what was China like?
In the land of China, people hardly got nothing at all.
No possessions?
And in China, they never go to church.
No religion, too?
Oh. Hard to imagine.
Well, it's easy if you try, Dick.
Some years later, that nice young man from England was on his way home to see his little boy and was signing some autographs for no particular reason at all. Somebody shot.
Who in the hell is that?
That there's Forrest Gump, Coach. Just a local idiot.
In the movie, Tom Hanks plays an endearing, slow-talking, slow-witted Southerner whose somewhat less than ordinary IQ never prevents him from leading an extraordinary life.
Mama says stupid as a stupid does.
And when his football coach says, take the ball and run, he does. All the way to the White House.
You know that Forrest Gump is a All-American football player at one point. Means that he could be invited to the White House at the time and meet John F. Kennedy as one of the White House, as one of the All-American football players. That's really true.
But bringing him to the White House brought the filmmakers to their first dilemma: how to join together two of the most recognizable faces in America.
Well, you're definitely walking on the razor's edge when you start something like this, because once you commit to putting Tom Hanks in the same frame with someone like JFK, it has to be right on.
To achieve this bit of movie magic, Bob Zemeckis went looking for answers.
Technically, I don't know how you do that. Some computer weenies somewhere up in Northern California figure this thing kind of out.
Good afternoon, ILM.
Northern California, home to ILM, Industrial Light and Magic, the same people who brought dinosaurs to life in Jurassic Park.
I went to my guys up at ILM and said, is it possible, do you think, that we could do this?
We would say, sure, Bob, we can do that, and hope we could pull it off later.
The movie magic began with archival film shot of Kennedy in the White House. The film was loaded into the computer, and Kennedy was digitally lifted out of every frame. But before these 1960s images of Kennedy could be used in a 1990s film, Tom Hanks needed to be filmed in a way that would work with the old footage.
How am I supposed to do that?
Well, you know, Bob never really told us exactly how complex these things were going to be.
And shake, 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 and pause.
But never.
Oh, that's so much easier.
Hanks needed to be filmed through a process called blue screen. Filming in front of a blue screen allows the filmmaker to replace the blue area with another image. In this case, the Oval Office and John Kennedy. But acting inside a blue screen effect can be difficult and often tedious for the actor.
They put it on a loop and you do it over and over again, and they tell you where to look and when to turn and when to shake hands, you know. Shake, 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 okay? Ready? And turn and shake, shake, shake. You know, it's like, I'm an automaton. I'm howdy-doody all of a sudden here. Just put strings on me so I can at least take a nap, and I don't actually have to think while I'm doing all this stuff.
But it's got to be that rhythm that they're doing it, Tom. Shake, shake, shake.
With the blue screen shots completed, the film is turned over to ILM. And now, Tom's image is isolated frame by frame. His cutout sized to match Kennedy. His eyes lined up with Kennedy's. And his hand placed in the proper position to create the handshake. Next, a recreation of the Oval Office is shot for the background. It's shot in color and converted to black and white by ILM so the shadings match the shot of JFK. Tom Hanks and John Kennedy are pasted over this new background, creating a memorable picture of a meeting that could never have happened.
I say something to John F. Kennedy that I don't think has ever been said to John F. Kennedy on film, and he answers me in a way that he has never answered anything, you know, in the way on film. And I couldn't figure out how that was even possible.
What Tom couldn't figure out is how this line he delivered to a Kennedy sound-alike.
How about you? How do you feel?
I have to pay.
Could be answered by the real 35th President of the United States. Working with another piece of archival footage, this time a shot of Kennedy turning back towards the camera, the team at ILM had to find a way to manipulate the mouth, so it seemed to be saying words recorded by the Kennedy impersonator.
If the mouth is not done exactly right, people will see that there's something wrong with it because they know how these people look. They've seen them for years.
To get it right, the mouth was manipulated syllable by syllable, frame by frame, redrawn on the computer to match Kennedy as closely as possible.
Now, this process doesn't sound like much, but you have to realize it took 6 months to make that shot work.
And here's how the acting of Tom Hanks, the direction of Bob Zemeckis, and the effects wizardry of ILM all came together.
Now, the really good thing about meeting the President of the United States is the food. They put you in this little room with just about anything you want to eat or drink. And since, number one, I wasn't hungry but thirsty, and number two, they was free, I must have drank me about 15 Dr. Peppers.
Congratulations. How does it feel to be an All-American?
It's an honor, sir.
Congratulations. How does it feel to be an All-American?
Very good, sir.
Congratulations. How does it feel to be an All-American?
Very good, sir.
Congratulations. How do you feel?
I gotta pay.
I believe he said he had to go pee.
The first time I saw one that was completely finished, yeah, it was unbelievable. Having done it, I looked at Bob and said, how did you do that?
After seeing himself on film having a conversation with John Kennedy, as well as with Presidents Johnson and Nixon,
So are you enjoying yourself in our nation's capital, young man?
we asked Tom if it worried him that someday he might be seeing himself on screen opposite a young actor in, say, an ad for an off-brand soda pop.
And that would be the worst possible tragedy imaginable.
And you can see Tom Hanks starring in Forrest Gump when it opens in theaters next Wednesday, July 6th.